All right, guys. So we did have a show last week, although it was the mystery show. Some technical difficulties, but
Something like that.
to the listeners out there, there is a part of it we would like you to see. It was a pretty good exchange we had, and we'll talk about that here as well.
Which
you
is
can
why
go to
we're
the
not sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah, you can go to the YouTube channel and check it out. It's an extra innings entry for you on YouTube. Turn up the volume as loud as you can because we're going off GoPro audio there, but it is it's pretty good stuff.
I can't.
And so, Brandon, explain what's in front of us here before we get going on the show.
We got a 20-piece chicken McNugget from the Golden Arches.
AKA,
I won't say their name until they actually pay us.
AKA Young Diabetes.
So the premise was we were talking about. I'm not even sure how. It was about D. Gordon signed his contract and went to get some McNuggets and said there's only one sauce, and we had a nice conversation about that. Like I said, check it out on YouTube under Extra Innings. But since we have them here,
Dan is a weirdo.
I'm going to go ahead and go barbecue off the top here.
You're not going to go ranch?
Yeah,
I have.
Well, there's also habanero ranch.
I said ranch too, but I said barbecue initially.
Okay. We've got the sweet and sour. We got the honey mustard, the hot honey mustard.
There's one pack of sweet and sour.
Okay, I'm sorry. When you go there, you should have seen the lady when I told her, "Can I have 2 of each?" First off, I don't think she understood what I was saying. Secondly,
I'm gonna get some.
Finally, I was able to convince her, like, "Hey, just put whatever. If I have to pay more, I'll pay more." So I was able to get, she put 2 of each of the whatever is down there, and I was like, "Can I get 1 more or 2 more of each of them?" And she walked over, and the line was starting to get busy, so like I had to.
They got habanero ranch up in here, man.
People need to respect the process.
I know. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You ready for that?
Not your
Habanero
fault.
ranch. Oh, look at that.
Oh, man. Bro, you said ranch, and all of a sudden you want to act brand new and turn the other cheek and talk about habanero and barbecue sauce. You was talking about dipping nuggets
talk
in
about
ranch.
ranch.
There's nothing wrong with dipping a chicken tender in ranch dressing.
That's disgusting.
Save some of that ranch for me.
I didn't even open the regular one yet.
Oh, okay.
This habanero is pretty good, though.
Yeah?
Yep.
I would like to try that at some point during the show.
All right.
I bet you Dan got the highest cholesterol level of anybody in this room combined.
No. That's on me. I can tell you that right now.
It's the guy who ate McDonald's every day for 28 days in Sochi.
Yeah.
Oh.
That could have been creamy ranch
you
all
had
over your
you had
microphone.
I didn't open it yet.
McDonald's every day for a month?
That's all they had.
Every day, but close to it.
I mean, no mom and pop shop, nothing?
Everything else was kind of cold. Like, Russians like their food cold there. Even pizza.
You weren't in the mountain
Cold.
cluster with
No.
the cafe, bistro,
No, they
and
had
the
the good
liquor
food
and all
up
the
in
good
the
stuff.
mountains.
The 1%ers?
That's right.
Typical.
The Whole Foods.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Bullpen Super Bowl edition. If you looked for us last week, sorry we missed you, but we are back for the Super Bowl. We've got the number 1 versus the number 1, guys. It's the Broncos and the Panthers in the Super Bowl here in Santa Clara. Let's take a look at this game. Interesting fact here, the Panthers were a 3-point favorite when the line opened. They are now 6-point favorites. People laying the dollars on Carolina. JP, what are your initial takeaways on this matchup as we get ready for Super Bowl 50?
Man, y'all keep poking the bear, a.k.a. the greatness that is Cam Newton. You're going to make him run up the score on your boy Peyton Manning in his last hurrah. You're going to probably place him into not early retirement, but it should be all right. Well, I don't think they'll get blown out, but in the case that they do get blown out, there's no way that Peyton Manning comes back and he should just bow gracefully.
He's already telling everybody. Bill Belichick brought
Yeah,
it
he
up
told
after the
Belichick,
AFC
right?
Championship. Hey, this is my last hurrah and all that stuff. He's gone win or lose, I think. He knows he's done physically.
No more HGH?
No more HGH to re-heal the neck muscles. We were talking about this yesterday, but no, I think he's done either
What
way.
happens if they do get blown out, though, like they did in the Super Bowl 2 years ago?
Would
you want to walk away like that?
What if another team said, Peyton, $20 million, come manage it for us? You think he would say no?
Manage the team as in
No, I mean like be the on-the-field quarterback. But I'm
no.
saying like
Houston Texans came calling.
that's what Schwab said. He said the Texans. He said, what if they came and said, hey, Peyton, here's $20 million.
He couldn't get the ball to Nuke Hopkins if he wanted to. Like, what would be the point of
Could
that?
barely get the ball to Arian Foster out of the backfield.
If he comes back. So you mean to tell me that you want Alfred Blue to just run a bunch of swing routes and you want Nuke Hopkins to run only slants, you would underutilize all the offensive talent that you currently have on your roster.
I don't disagree with what you guys are saying that he's done.
We're
saying,
just throwing out hypotheticals.
Yeah. But looking at the matchup specifically, JP, you think the Carolina offense is too much for Denver here, or
They're going to be on the field too much. I don't think that Peyton Manning is going to execute
I think this
these
might
long
be
drives down the field. So no,
This is the best defense that Carolina is going to see, though.
true?
that's true. But they will be tired.
And they blitzed the crap out of Tom Brady.
So you mean that when Von Miller?
I'm not saying that Cam can move, unlike Brady, and he can take shots better than Brady can because he's 200. He's essentially a linebacker
6'6",
playing quarterback. So, but this will be the best. I think Wade Phillips will have something drawn up because he's got a couple weeks to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Carolina just Cam Newton alone is just going to be able to kind of, he'll figure it out. They may get him the first couple of drives, a couple 3-and-outs, but after a while, I think Cam will figure it out. And that's the thing. Cam's going to have to beat the Broncos mentally because they're very talented on defense. So he's going to have to do it with his brain, and we'll see just how good he is going to be on the biggest stage in probably his biggest challenge. So I'm looking forward to it.
He's going to go out the most decorated professional quarterback ever, and then he can sock it to all those naysayers about how black quarterbacks didn't belong ever. I'm excited.
Well, I mean, it's not Russell Wilson won it 2 years ago, so it's not like I don't think it's I get that people are hating on him and his antics and I do think it's race related, but you look at some of the quarterbacks now in this league, and you've got Bridgewater, you've got Russell, you've got Newton, Winston's right behind him too. Like, actually, I think Winston, Russell, and Bridgewater, aren't they all on the Pro Bowl team together? I think they're all on the same roster in the Pro Bowl together. So, it's going to be fun to watch Cam Newton and that defense.
Run up the score, Cam.
So let's make our picks here. I think JP's firmly on the Carolina bandwagon.
Keep pounding.
Think they cover the 6 and some?
Yeah, they should.
Ev, what do you think?
I like Panthers. I think they cover.
Yeah, 27-17, I'm going to call it. That's my, at least, score call anyway. Panthers.
To be the hater at the table, I'm going to take the Broncos just because I think Carolina's going to win, but the Broncos, if Manning goes out on top, I think that's a great story for the NFL.
I think either way is a great story. But
I mean, even if the defense has to win it for them and make some ridiculous plays, I'll take the Broncos as the one person here, so that when they get completely shellacked, you can all give me crap next week or in 2 weeks.
You did pick ranch dressing, so nothing will surprise me ever out of your mouth.
Well, I mistakenly missed our hydration check this week as well, so let's take a look at what we all have for fluids before we move on to some other mistakes made this week.
With that Golden Arches soda after I bought the meal here.
All right,
for everybody to enjoy. That you and I are the only people to have enjoyed it, apparently.
Yeah, the habanero ranch pretty good. Let me know.
I got the sweet and sour sitting right there for you, JP.
For JP, who hating on the every sauce but.
The way my waistline is set up.
You can't have a nugget?
The way my arteries are currently flowing.
Oh, okay.
Nugget. Ev, what do you got?
I got the good old H2O.
Hydrating, as usual.
I mean, 50's still sponsoring me, so oh, my bad. I'm running with the dollars. Did that spill?
A little worried about it, though.
Spears spilled yesterday before the Steph Curry interview, but nobody told him until he sat down.
He spilled on the chair and sat right in it?
He spilled right on his self.
I didn't even notice that.
No.
He had coffee drip straight down his shirt.
Bummer. I got this one I bought a couple weeks ago for something, but we had something else. Talon Double IPA from Mendocino Brewing Company. Another mistake made this week. Brandon, they were doing some work at Levi's, getting ready for the game.
Yeah, I guess they started painting the Broncos in both end zones, and I immediately thought of the old Snickers commercial.
The chefs?
Where the guy, yeah, that's great, but who are the chefs?
Who are the chefs?
Which spawned one of the greatest lines ever, great googly moogly.
How did they miss that up?
I don't know. Like, you zigged when you should have zagged? Or
So maybe the crew direction said like north end zone, and they forgot which end was the north and the south end, so they started painting it.
Would that have been if they started painting
Did
that one? They just turn around and put the Panthers on the other one.
I
Like,
want to know who all these
reverse.
guys are that got in, who got the pictures of it.
Yeah.
Like who's working? Maybe the
James Martin,
yeah.
Samuel Lamb.
I want to know who got these pictures and found this out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea who these gentlemen are.
So when we see the field on Sunday, we will have correct end zones. Is that? I
you
hope so.
It looks good now. The pictures,
Yeah.
the latest pictures the NFL has put out on social media, it looks
now
good.
now the NFL puts the picture out.
But they're both black. They're both black end zones.
Oh, really?
Wasn't sure if the Broncos are supposed to be maybe more of a navy, but then the screw up is the reason why now they're both kind of black. They
interesting.
appear both to be black on the
That's
on the
weird.
last
'cause-
one you got there, JP. It looks like they're both. Maybe that is more dark navy.
Are the Panthers are wearing their black jerseys, right?
Man, that's because it's Peyton Manning's funeral.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
But the Panthers have been wearing white all postseason.
But they know what
'Cause they've been home.
but they know what next Sunday is. They gonna put a lot of stuff to rest.
Oh man. Well, hopefully they get it all right. So
Maybe the Undertaker will pop out too for Peyton Manning.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well,
They'll play his music and maybe we could resurrect Paul Bearer.
we haven't really seen much of him since WrestleMania, which was at
Right.
Levi's.
Exactly.
He's still there.
So he's probably just still hanging out.
He's buried in the bowels.
He's gonna pass the urn to Peyton.
All right. Well, a list that came out today. Fox Sports put this out. Just get your guys' thoughts on this.
Fox.
This was Fox Sports. The 10 most regrettable Super Bowl fads, and one of them was the dab.
How
by
can
your
it be
boy.
a most regrettable Super Bowl
It just-
fad if it hasn't even played yet?
Yeah.
That they
Has
just
it
put
had no
they just
part
put
in
it
the
in.
Super
This
Bowl?
is
So
what
is this like
this is what
playoffs?
inspired the list.
Is this like
Super Bowl
playoffs?
fads? Yeah, it's like a
This is-
playoff
this is typ-
playoff to
typical
Super Bowl
Fox.
fad. Yep.
Why would it be Super Bowl fad if Evan said
Yeah.
they should change the
All right.
title?
Yeah.
So let's.
You should change the title right now. So
Bad
what should it
editing.
be?
It should be the 10 most regrettable playoff fads.
All right, now everyone can follow.
All right, here we go. Any guesses first before I jump into the
Oh,
list?
man.
Super Bowl shuffle.
Super Bowl Shuffle is on there. 1985 Bears. Yep.
I can't really. I'm trying to remember any playoffs that had like a really ridiculous, like leaping into the.
The Lambeau Leap is that on there?
Is that on there?
It
Like
wasn't a particular
Interesting.
Super Bowl playoff type deal.
Okay.
Did they hate on Gronk Spike?
Nope.
This list is already done.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just start.
Yeah.
I'll start from most recent and
Icky
go backwards.
shuffle?
Icky Shuffle on there. Yep. Yep. The Mile High Salute from the late
that.
90s.
There's no way that you could. How do you hate on that?
Just stop.
See,
Stop
again, how are
talking.
the-
Fox.
all
Most
these
regrettable.
things-
I'm reading the list. Don't shoot the messenger here, guys. All right.
Icky did that his entire career.
The Dirty Bird.
And that
Okay.
was one of the hottest dances
That one.
ever in
That
the
one I
league.
can totally get on board with because that team should have never been in the Super Bowl.
Come on, shout out to Jamal Anderson because he created a gym.
The Bob and Weave. The 99 Rams.
Oh yeah, where they would do it through their legs. Right. Oh, wait, the you spin the football and then you hold your hands around it like it's a fire. Is that on there?
Santana Moss.
Discount Double Check. The
that one can go
the
away.
belt.
That one can go
2010 Packers. The Salsa.
away. Yo.
Well,
yeah, Victor.
I mean, he's been,
Victor Cruz. It's
your boy.
he's got other stuff to salsa out of currently.
The Fun Bunch. 1982 Redskins.
Yeah, this list is trash. Fox, y'all got too much time on your hands, man, to put this type of spam on the internet all day.
And the last one here, I actually think I wrote it down wrong. Oh, it's the
The whole list is wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
potentially. It's I wrote it down wrong. It's the snouts from the 82 Redskins too.
Oh,
The
the
Hogs?
The Hogs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I wrote it down wrong.
I bet nobody from Fox would tell a hog that to their face.
Yeah, the Hogettes.
All right, so the Dab makes this list at they didn't rank them 1 through 10. They just put that one as the last one. So, anything else that they're missing on this list of kind of silly things that happened heading
No,
towards the Super
again,
Bowl?
like I don't see some of those things as regrettable. Like how is the Mile High Salute regrettable?
And they're not
it says
fads.
mostly regrettable.
But they're not fads. It's not a
Yeah,
fad.
because a lot of them like
Are team
went on,
specific.
But
went
people are
on for a
dabbing
long
in the
time.
office. I mean,
That's just because Cam is that hot that one person and a group of people then decide to
Hey, who was it-
misappropriate a whole dance.
Wasn't it Dustin Bufflin the other night in the NHL after he scored on a breakaway? Just he dabbed on him.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
Maybe-
everybody's doing it.
but no one did the Dirty Bird outside of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, you never saw that.
That would be
outside
really
of
tough to do
Atlanta.
on skates though,
can you imagine?
because you had to use your legs.
That's funny.
One more time?
I got nothing. I got nothing. Not even gonna try.
Oh, wow.
Blake Griffin.
Ugh.
Oops. He hit someone. Evan, you want to break down the story for us?
Yeah, equipment guy got into a little scuffle apparently here with Blake Griffin on the teams in Toronto. Griffin was about to come back from an injury that night, or I believe the next night in the Clippers following game, and got into some kind of fisticuff and argument, punched the guy, broke his hands, out 4 to 6 weeks. Great thing was that Griffin doesn't apologize to the equipment guy, just
the
apologizes
team.
to the Clippers and the fans and all that crap. This guy's. I'm not surprised that Blake Griffin's the guy who gets into a situation like that and does something stupid, like punch an equipment guy who apparently he's buddies with and apparently has a clothing line that Griffin and some other guys on the team have supported and worn in some videos. Griffin awarded in a Funny or Die video he appeared in, but I mean, come on, dude. This guy's just immature, a moron, and just another reason why.
They're never going to win a title with him because he's more into his Kia commercials and all that other stuff instead of actually like trying to help make the team better. I mean, it's not just him, like that organization as a whole, but that's just stupid. Why are you getting into an argument, and why are you punching him then going outside and doing it again? Like, it's just
Clippers gonna clip.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that he wasted the jab on his homeboy because he's been punked multiple times on the court and he never swung at any of those opposing players, but he decided to pick on a little equipment manager. That's chumpish.
Yeah.
If he wants to go punch somebody, he should punch somebody that's pushing him around all night when he's going to the free throw line. If he wants to
like
make a
Zach
statement.
Randolph. I'd like to see him take a swing at Zach Randolph.
Swing on Zebo and then see how tough you are.
Yeah, I'd like to see a picture of the guy he punched and see how big.
He's
not a big dude.
Oh, really?
He's probably shorter than Dan.
No, okay.
He looks shorter.
Boom.
There you go, Dano. You could take a shot, I guess, better than Homeboy could.
Yay.
Easy. Bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
All right, up next, Michael Phelps goes speedo for the highly classy Arizona State Sun Devils.
That's some sarcasm from you.
And
there,
their curtain of distraction.
Wow, highly.
I read on Twitter today that on PTI, Wilbon said today
Who?
he wants. Yeah, exactly. He wants. First off, I didn't know that was still a show. He wants the curtain of distraction banned.
How about we just start a petition on change.com to ban Wilbon? I feel like that's a
Yeah,
better.
no, I agree.
What's his reasoning?
Well, I don't know. I just saw somebody quoted it saying that it should be banned. I don't watch the show.
Before we get to that part of it,
yeah,
why is Phelps
he's
in a speedo on the court at an Arizona State game?
he's an assistant coach for the Arizona State swim team.
For the swim team.
His
Okay.
coach Bob
So that's
Bowman
why
is
he's there.
Yeah, his
I was
coach
thinking,
Bob
like,
Bowman's now
why
the
wouldn't he be
swim
doing that in
coach.
and
Michigan?
he's been
ASU.
training out there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that brings us to the question. Number one, is it getting too ridiculous? And number two, should it be banned?
No and no.
No.
End of
if you're gonna ban curtain, if you're gonna ban curtain of distraction, you better ban the Cameron Crazies. You better ban the stupid head things.
I agree.
You better ban the thunder sticks. Just have everybody sit there quietly the whole game, because that's the whole point. You're trying to distract the guy. And guess what? Phelps in the speedo. It
worked. Yeah, I saw it. Well,
I mean, that guy might have just been a really bad free throw shooter, so it wouldn't have mattered. But like,
well, they saved it though. I mean, you can only get away with that once, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. So they
where
waited
people
for
go like, whoa.
Yeah.
See, San Jose State doesn't have enough fans to do a curtain of distraction.
You're absolutely
so.
right. But we take our losing gracefully. We don't have to resort to gimmickry.
Hey, we won that game.
Yeah, 12-9.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael Phelps, for that victory.
Hey, we'll take any help we can get.
Phil Mickelson needs some help on the golf course, apparently. He ended up dropping 5 large to a 17-year-old.
Wait,
Speaking of great Sun Devils,
wait, Phil's gambling on the golf course? Say it ain't so.
Right.
With an underage
No
Australian.
way.
so what made this one really more interesting is Tuesday's the day on the PGA Tour when a lot of these golfers go out and have their little side bet games. Phil's brother Tim is the golf coach at Arizona State. Was trying to recruit a kid named Ryan Ruffles, a 17-year-old Aussie. And
Chips?
Yeah. Tried to have a little bet going on. And according to Ruffles, he told the Sydney Morning Herald that they played a match and that he birdied 6 of the final 7 holes to take $5,000 off of Phil.
Wow.
So that got out. Don't know if the kid thought that, well, I'm telling this to a paper in Australia. It's not going to get back to the States. Phil's not going to know. I told the newspaper, right? If he thought that, he's an idiot. And
I was going to say, does he not know the internet exists?
probably why he's going to Arizona State. And that's
Yeah,
why he thought that he'd get away with it. But anyway,
Cronkite.
Phil came out and said, he's a very nice person. I met with him a month ago. We played for the first time. He's young and he's got some things to learn. One of them is that you don't discuss certain things. You don't discuss specifics of what you play for, and you certainly don't embellish and create a false amount for your own benefit. So
So he probably owes him more money is what Phil Mickelson is saying, that he lost more dollars.
possibly because the other part is that because he was at the time still an amateur, Phil said, I'll give you the money once you turn pro.
Because
Apparently
otherwise,
is what happened.
otherwise he's breaking some kind of.
Well, we talked about it
But
yesterday.
It's not a sanctioned event. It was two
Yeah.
guys on a
Yeah.
golf course.
Yeah,
Basketball
exactly.
players say the dollar amount on every single bet all the time, and we all know. So what's the difference?
Guys on tour lose or win money every single week, early in the week before they even tee it up on Thursday. Happens all the time, but it's very quiet in terms of how much is lost, won or lost.
Senior golf expert
I know.
Evan Doherty.
He is our golf correspondent. I'm just trying to figure out why Phil's like I only play for 2,500 or
Yeah,
more
they play-
before 7 a.m. Is that what?
They played like 7:30 in the morning, and supposedly, according again to
the
Ryan
kid?
Ruffles, Phil had said something like, "I don't get up this early for anything less than $2,500."
So Phil's a sore loser also.
The guy has millions of dollars. Why does he care about 2,500
He's
bucks?
lost a lot of that money though.
Yeah.
Well-
He's kind of sour. He should probably stop taking bets then. Or he should start hedging those bets better.
You know what? Good for this kid. If I beat any professional athlete at anything, if you would have beat Steph and Horace
Hell
this week, you
yeah.
would have been on social media in a second and be like,
Oh,
yeah,
nah,
Steph.
I just would have posted just one thing with the trophy. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but you
even
know
rub
what
it
I'm
in his
saying,
face. Just
right?
trophy.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Chips.
So would you say he's ruffles some feathers?
Whoa.
That's a terrible, terrible line that Australian
Dun, dun, dun,
papers
dun,
can
dun.
run with. Yeah. All right, I'm out, folks. Good
All
night.
right, thank you. Mic drop. Another story coming out this week. This actually happened earlier this month, but the story came out on the Score yesterday. So this Bears fan left a lasting note to quarterback Jay Cutler of the Chicago Bears. This woman, Elizabeth Bowman, died at the age of 78, and in her obituary, it was written, "A lifelong fan of the Cubs, Blackhawks, and Bears, except Jay Cutler." So my question to you guys is,
Fantastic.
I know it's pretty good. If you got to take a parting shot at any athlete that you have not enjoyed in watching sports, who would it be? Evan, we're starting with you because I can see it.
First name came to mind was Salim Stoudemire.
Oh,
No question. Former
Word?
Arizona guard.
Oh
he
man,
traveled all the way from Tucson.
Traveled all the way from Tucson in a game that we should have knocked him off in 05
05.
in Tempe.
Yeah.
Shuffled his feet at the last second, got off a jumper from the right elbow.
He did the freaking electric slide
It was terrible.
and got away with it.
Salim Stoudemire, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, for me, the Vikings are going to go in my obituary and say that I would have lasted 10 years longer if it wasn't for that franchise. That's happening already. Like
Wow.
I want that put in my will that line is going to be written in the obituary.
What if they win next year?
Still, I mean, they've still taken years off my life up to this point. But
so just the
No,
Vikings in general,
yeah, no,
as a franchise.
Yeah, just as a franchise. Yeah. I love the team, but I'm just going to put in there like devout Vikings fan. Even though they probably, even though this was written earlier than it probably should have been.
Well, along those lines, when I die, JP probably thinks in the next 12 years, but when I die and the Sharks have not won a Stanley Cup when I'm 80 years old,
yeah.
I'll definitely include that. But the one that came to mind was Leonard Marshall of the Giants when he took down Joe.
Oh, God, yeah.
Sorry, buddy. I got nothing for you on that. When
Yeah.
Joe hurt his...
Well, if we're going specific, it's going to be Gary Anderson.
oh, yeah.
If we're going specific, that's
Yeah,
JP, bring us home.
Y'all are ruthless. I mean, mine probably isn't an actual athlete. It's just two dudes who think that they have the right to talk dirty about athletes and athletics as a whole. So first, it would be Wilbon. I mean,
You really don't like Michael Wilbon.
yo, Wilbon could get hit by a bus tomorrow. I wouldn't flinch. Like I just wouldn't flinch. Like, hey,
we need
man,
to send him a copy of this podcast. Like,
Do it.
I'm going to tweet at Mike Wilbon with this one. Just
let him know. Until
Yeah.
he apologizes to Sean Terry and his family, he could get rolled over by a train. It just
Yeah.
wouldn't matter. The second person got to be Whitlock. I mean, Whitlock is one
Yep.
of the most detestable human beings to ever be able to be allowed on the internet. Like everything that comes out of his mouth kind of makes my blood boil. He's a distant second though. It's just Wilbon by a landslide, dude. Just Wilbon just tomorrow. Bye. just get him out of there.
Well, if he's still cooking when your obituary is written, we'll make sure we get a shot in there for you.
Even if he's not, I'll cook him in my will.
No, we'll make sure we hit up Face and make sure he puts that in
there you go.
I will make sure that Woolbunk is cooked through and through. Extra well done.
All right, well, as morbid as that is, us talking about our obituary shots, let's move on to a much lighter segment. Ask JP this week comes from our good friend Andy Behrens.
What's wrong with you, Behrens?
This is great.
He's in Hawaii, right?
This is
Drunk.
he's in Hawaii. This came in yesterday, and looks like we just got one from the Mason report here as we're taping.
Wow, Cliff, what timing?
Good job. We'll start with Andy first. Got to ask JP for his top 3 at the U.S. Olympic marathon trials now that Galen Rupp is in. Only story worth discussing this week, in his opinion. Enjoy the Mai Tais, Andy. JP?
I didn't even do any research on this.
I have no idea.
And Behrens knows. He knows that I am a sprinter only. A sprinter.
JP is currently looking up Galen Rupp. You didn't even know who he is.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know he went to Oregon because Nike did a package on him twice. They've
Yeah.
done 2 little mini documentaries on him, and the kid is tight at running 4 times around the track. Don't get me wrong. He's epic at running the 4 laps around the track.
More than 4 times, 10,000 meters.
That's a long way to go.
That's a long race.
Yeah.
I mean, dang, this kid weighs 119
check,
pounds.
check this picture out. He's wearing the Marshawn Lynch oxygen
Gym
mask.
Got to breathe.
Yeah, he's a stud. Went to London 2012, competed. Won a silver medal in the 10K. I saw him at the trials.
So he's coming back.
2012.
So essentially he's coming back, and so
he's legit. He's one of the best in the world.
I mean, he's tight. Don't get me wrong.
He looks like he's 12, but
too legit to quit.
Wait, so he was born
And
in
then I did cut it out
86. He looks like he's
Full
12, but
House.
he's older than I am.
Oh wow.
We need to get him out here and
All right,
have
so-
him and JP.
I think the message here, Andy, is
Trying to say is we need to talk more about
yeah,
running. Unless
better questions.
the irony of what's sitting in
Yeah.
front of us here.
We're doing McNuggets this week, not marathons.
Wow, Behrens. I do understand that his daughter,
I could tell he was drunk when he wrote that tweet then.
Oh, yeah. His daughter's was
Enjoy the
going to
Pro
be
Bowl.
an epic distance runner, but
Yeah.
you didn't even name a female milist. You named Galen Rupp.
Oh, we have a follow-up here. I need everyone's thoughts on the Galen Rupp possible 10K marathon double.
whoa.
And he thinks that he's going to win the gold medal in both, which would be the first time that anybody has done that. And to what Velasquez said, baseline, that's a lot of running.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of mileage on your legs
Yeah,
for
seriously.
2 races.
I'm tired thinking about it.
And how far apart are those races? They can't be
That's
that
what I'm
far.
trying to figure out.
A week, 2 weeks, maybe? Not even 2 weeks.
Well, the marathon's always the last.
Right,
Yeah.
that's on the day of the closing. I don't know when the 10K is.
Trying to find here.
Well, we'll get back to that in a second. Real quick, Mason report. I mean, maybe we should say this for the next taping, but because we'll be right up against the deadline at that point. But
trade
Cliff
deadline?
asks, should the Thunder entertain trade offers for KD or risk losing him for no value in free agency?
Man, you already
I'm
know.
gonna let the Wizards guy talk this
Yeah,
one.
man. Katie's coming home. He's alluded to it multiple times. He's definitely not going to the Warriors because there's just not going to happen. It's going to be Bill. Damn, my voice cracked like I was 13.
It's a proud moment for us
John
here.
Wall, Bradley Bill, and Kevin Durant, the 3-headed monster. Just a ton of points.
That's really scary.
And
All
then
right.
we won't have to worry about talking about David Blatt or
Who are they going to
Still
ship?
be
Or
fifth
are they
in
going to get him
the
free
East.
agency? Or are they going to ship him there?
Oh, no. He'll get him at the end of the season.
Okay.
His contract's up.
Still be 5th in the East when that happens.
Evan's going into the McNuggets here.
Yeah,
Sweet and
doesn't
sour
work.
all the way.
Went to sweet and sour. Apparently the only sauce that you can get.
And he just tried to slander the Wizards, so he might choke on that. They chew slowly.
All right, Cliff. Well, not an extrapolated answer
Yeah,
there, but
we'll hit up the trade deadline a little bit more when we come
Yeah,
back. in 2
absolutely.
weeks.
Cliff's first question that he didn't tweet because he's weird like that was, should the Pro Bowl move from Hawaii to anywhere in the U.S. because the average American family isn't able to afford to take their entire family to Hawaii for the festivities?
What average American family would go anywhere for the Pro Bowl?
They've done it. Didn't
they do it in Arizona last
Well, they
year?
did it in Arizona last year. They did it in Miami a couple
before.
years before the Super Bowl that was there. They've tried it to do it like the week before.
honestly, put it in Vegas.
Just-
That's what everybody wants to be anyway. Put it in Vegas.
Wait a second. The Las Vegas Raiders is about to
Oh,
happen.
that's true. Yeah, there was talk of that.
Yeah. Just get rid of the Pro Bowl altogether.
I'm
I'm
with
cool
you.
with that.
Nobody wants to go to it. I mean, some of the younger guys like to get that are like the second or third options are kind of happy about going to it for the first time. But after that, then even they don't want to go anymore.
Make it a 3-on-3 flag football tournament.
Yeah, like the NHL is trying to do.
3-on-3
Yeah.
flag. 3-on-3. So you have just.
Well, I
like,
guess let's go 5-on-5 flag.
Yeah.
Like beach.
Not
What was that? What was
not
the beach
7-on-7.
football?
Oh, where what's his name hurt his Robert Edwards hurt his knee playing. He tore his
The flag
ACL
football.
playing the flag beach football that one year.
That's funny.
Would you
Ruined his career.
Would you entertain the Las Vegas Raiders?
I would.
Yeah.
Niners Raiders, I'd probably go.
That sounds like a really good bad time
I'm
in
really-
Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm really
the
hoping.
actual Oakland Raider
And they're a
franchise.
team.
they bring
They're a
in
team
Vegas
that's
to
they're a team that's
Vegas?
on the rise. Like they're
Yeah,
a team
they
that's
got
going
good
in the
young
right
talent.
direction. So
Yo, Vegas though. I mean, Sin and the Oakland Raiders together.
That's
Vegas.
a book right there.
We wouldn't even be able to talk about half the exploits on the podcast.
Well, that's why I've kind of been waiting for the NHL
well, we
to go to
could-
Vegas
we
so that when
could
the
if we
Sharks
put the
travel.
little E next to it.
Yeah, you got to do the
explicit.
explicit. Yeah.
We might need to ask some of those people to come on and talk about their talk about their experiences at length. I mean, I actually propose that we probably do that after the Super Bowl because they're gonna be out in San Francisco too.
Yeah, it's true.
They're gonna be working.
Yep. It's going to get busy around here in the next 8-9 days.
If I can throw the fact in about Galen Rupp
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick,
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
way.
What's the difference?
Sunday the 14th, Sunday the 21st.
So
he's got
1
a
week
week.
apart.
10K and then the marathon. So he's got a week, which is a pretty good amount of
He'll
time.
be fine. I don't think he'll win.
You don't think he'll sweep?
Nah. Nah. I don't know, Behrens.
Andy, send us your thoughts.
Andy, are you actually going to the Olympics? Are you going to be there? I understand that you're an amazing tennis player. Okay, Andy Djokovic. But let us know your schedule.
That's
Tweet
why
us.
he's no. He's in Hawaii because he's got to make it to Melbourne for the final.
Oh, that's
That's
what it
it.
is.
So
It's
he's
a
flying
stop
back and
off.
forth. Okay.
It's got to be the body double
Mm-hmm.
when Novak wins and wants to go party, and Andy's got to fill in for him.
Yeah, and do all the interviews.
All right, finally, this week's random shot. What is your must-have Super Bowl snack, gentlemen? I'll include beverage here if you want to talk about your must-have Super Bowl beverage.
I've had 2 of these McNuggets. I might say these.
I was going to say like buffalo wings would be me. For sure.
I'm always a pizza guy. Like
Yeah?
I gotta have the
Got a
pizza
pie on Super Sunday?
Yeah. But
Pizza
yeah,
during
I
the
can
Super Bowl.
do the wings. Yeah.
Will there be sweet potatoes at the Super Bowl this year, JP? Because I know that's what you...
Man, if I've never had yams during the Super Bowl, it's always been like Velasquez said, pizza.
We used to cue it up a little bit, not anymore. Now it's just
Pizza sounds
wings
better,
and
though.
pizza and beer.
Yep. I'm totally fine with that. So I'm sorry I can't get more exotic, but
So-
that's
sorry we're
basic.
not
I
on
don't-
Galen Rupp.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, we're all not running 2
Maybe-
marathons.
Does anybody have his number? We can ask him what his go-to.
Yeah,
Super
what
Bowl
what
snack
will
is.
you be eating on Sunday?
Ask him what does Nike send him to eat.
What are you guys most looking forward to on Sunday?
Cam blowing the doors off the Broncos.
That was an easy one. Probes.
I don't know, like how bad the Coldplay performance is going
Oh,
to be.
God, that was a good one. 'cause
Sorry.
That's what I was thinking of, too. I'm like,
Or how it's going to be received. I
How
mean, everybody's
disappointed
going to be
every-
sitting there, all the Coldplay, apologists are going to be out there being like, oh, it was so good. I don't know why you guys are all hating. I'm just like, well, it's just, like, it's a halftime show. I'm supposed to be entertained, not like, don't make me want to fall asleep.
Can we just marvel at the fact that he's going to be a champion on every single level of football since he was like an elementary school kid?
you're right.
I mean, he even won a JUCO national title just because Florida couldn't really get their act together. Yeah, I understand about the whole laptop ordeal, but you mean to tell me that you put Tim Tebow in front of Super Cam?
Hey, Cam, if you're looking for a new hype man, we found one for you here.
Hey, dog, put me on the payroll because I know you got the dollars.
You're like his Bob Arum.
Yeah.
Please,
You are.
That's every time. Evan always has to be low key the most disrespectful. Bob Arum.
Slide him in, JP. That's how I get you. Just slide him in.
That's
Wow,
funny.
I'm gonna change Evan's name to Judas.
Oh,
Wow.
He's just a little kidney stabber, just real short.
Yeah.
it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to
I'm
it.
looking
though.
forward to the game, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
It's gonna
highly
be really
entertaining.
fun.
Yeah. Interesting. They haven't announced who the anthem singer is yet. How can I lay my prop bet on the length of the anthem if I don't know who's singing it?
It'll be some American Idol reject.
You think?
Oh, wait, no, it's on CBS.
CBS.
Why don't they get somebody? Why don't they get somebody tight like Brian McKnight to sing it? Like a cool OG who's respectable along all the lines.
Hasn't he done it before?
Let him do it again. I mean, being as there's no Whitney, it really doesn't matter who's singing it. We just need somebody
Beyonce
tight.
can do it again.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there.
Nah, man, she's gonna turn the power out.
All right. Well, we are off
Yeah.
next week because we are buried in Super Bowl coverage. So we'll catch you after the game. Send your thoughts, your tweets, your emails. We are at
Your
the Bull.
preferences of
yes.
McNugget dipping
And
sauces.
do check out the YouTube. Just listen carefully because it is off of a small microphone, but we're going to put up the whole conversation from last week because it was pretty entertaining.
You'll hear Dan's true colors. You'll hear them.
Tweet at us at the Bullpen Pod. You can email us at bullpenpodcast@gmail.com. And please review us on iTunes if that's where you listen to us. 5 stars or more is great. And any comments you have.
Which is better than my Uber rating.
That's right. Oh, you got the first 4-star
I
rating.
know.
Send us
well,
I think
Galen
that's
Rupp
just-
updates too.
Galen Rupp updates.
Yeah, Galen Rupp updates.
Do they tell you why you get 4 stars or 3 stars?
No,
One
that's
star, 2
that's the
stars?
downside.
I'm
So
sure
I
it's-
have to just sit there like looking at it like, okay, which one of these people this day gave me the 4-star? And
Did-
I have to like go back in my mind, and
Did you shower that day?
I did.
Wow.
Hopefully I got
Look at
some
your
good
boy.
Uber
Shoot
it,
Super Bowl
slide it
stuff.
in.
God, I
God,
know.
Ito on fire on a Friday.
That was actually a good day for me. Like I've had some rides where I like have screwed up a little bit, went the wrong way, like, stop, didn't turn right away, but like that one, I was flawless that
Hey,
day.
that's
So I don't know. who-
Evan's third nugget.
They're just sitting there. They're right in front of me. What am I supposed
Oh,
to
this
do?
cat is throwing down. It's real sleep. He was like, hey,
I'm not gonna
Velasquez-
let you look what's left in this box. Then
I mean, now Velasquez just telling his story, and his cat's like. Then he hides it, just put his arm back down. You don't see it.
Oh, did you just double dip? I guess you got
Yeah,
the.
he
I guess you got
reversed
the
it. He
double.
flipped
Oh, you
the
reversed,
script.
flipped it.
Flipped the
All right.
script.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Bullpen
Off
Podcast.
the rails.
Jeez. Please,
The cholesterol edition.
please participate in the show. We're here. We'll be back to a regular schedule after the Super Bowl.
Send your meal plans.
Yeah, please, gentlemen. Been a good one.
Nuggets.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bob Arum?
JP.
Oh,
Who
man.
would you prefer? I said.
Definitely not Bob Arum.
Thank you for letting me go.